What did Tamika wear on your wedding day?
Oh, she's gonna smack you if you get this one wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
Red and black
lingerie.
Lingerie.
Oh, I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying now.
We weren't asking that. You can file for your citizenship 90 days before the 5-year anniversary of you getting your green card. You're not living in the United States. And then they're going to turn you around. May even hold you in jail. So, they have
then you'll get me out, right?
Well, I will get you out, I promise you.
Yep, I'm cooking up curry chicken right now and burger rice. We just supposed to know burger rice.
Of course. It's going to be cooking with Brad and Squeeze.
Maybe we'll come down to Jacksonville, Florida. She can cook for us, and we can help her with all her legal problems right over the table.
If you want to get your immigration questions answered on Skype, or if you want to find out if you're ready for your bona fide marriage interview with our all-new Bradified Marriage segment, just call 1-800-529-5465 and ask for one of our producers. That's 1-800-529-5465.
Hey! It's another day right here. It's the Brad and Squeeze show. And
another day. I love how you got prepared so quickly there.
Hey,
Squeeze came running in. Nothing works here. Screaming and yelling. 4 people were around him. Jill's yelling 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 10 seconds. Then I go, Squeeze, by the way, let's talk about what we're going to talk about. I don't have time to talk about what we're going to talk about.
We're just going to do the show.
We're just going to do the show.
Just like we normally do.
Literally in 3 seconds before we went live, Squeeze put on his glasses and then took them right off and goes, hey.
Yeah. I'm in character right now. And this is the Brad and Squeeze show, ladies and gentlemen, hosted by yours truly, David Squeeze Annakie. A wet day on the outside, but a good day on the inside and a good day in your heart. Brad Bernstein happens to be an attorney here at the law offices of Spar and Bernstein. I happen to be a businessman who does radio, who does many other things. But right now, it's time for us to open up the phone lines, and then Brad's going to actually speak about what's happening in and around our town, maybe the world. So call us now if you've got immigration questions. We're going to be going very fast today. The number is 1-800-529-5465. Note the number, call the number, and store the number. 1-800-529-5465. Let's get the show on the road. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Of course, the show, the Brad and Squeeze.
So, Squeeze, what's happening, my man?
Everything is happening. Got a good night's sleep?
Good, me too.
Okay, there's nothing like a freaking good night's sleep.
I slept 11 hours last night.
Maybe it's because I slept alone last night.
Yes, I slept alone also last night.
Well, thanks a lot for giving me that
info. At 11 hours.
Right.
And then every so often I woke up between you and Jill texting each other, and then I shut my phone off.
And Jill happens to be our producer.
Our producer, yes.
Yeah,
so you went to sleep well after me.
Yeah, we were talking about celebrities coming on the show. So,
all right, we'll announce that when we have somebody.
Some of us have to do work, you know?
When we have somebody.
Yeah. But anyway, what's happening around the world
What's happening in the world? First of all, I don't know if you noticed.
I don't like papers.
I like papers.
Yeah, good.
Give me the papers then.
You can take all the papers. Take it all.
Right,
I like using my brain.
Fine. So I don't know if you noticed over the weekend.
No.
Okay, it came out that Bill O'Reilly, you know who the guy is from Fox News.
From the O'Reilly Factor.
From the O'Reilly Factor.
Yeah.
He paid $32 million. $32 million to a Liz Wheel. And according to the report, Wheel's complaints that he paid her $32 million in a lawsuit with a non-disclosure agreement. Mm-hmm. According to the report, Wheel's complaints included allegations of repeated harassment, non-consensual sexual relationship. Like basically, he raped her. Sending of gay pornography, and sending of other sexually explicit material. The deal was struck weeks before O'Reilly re-signed with Fox for $25 million a year. What could he possibly, when I say $32 million from an attorney, just think about it, okay? In the OJ case.
You're saying that he paid
$32 million to one person to get rid of some sort of allegations of rape, allegations of misconduct. Now think about how bad, because we don't know what happened.
Where I come from, that's called corruption.
Okay, think about how bad. Yeah. Think about how bad his actions were. If you think about, okay, whether you believe, OJ did it, OJ didn't do it, that's a whole other story.
Right.
But a jury came back in a civil case in the the Goldmans and and Nicole Brown and the Brown family, and awarded them for the death of Nicole and the death of Ronald Goldman $33 million. So he, for $1 million less. I mean, think about it. Okay, OJ, if you believe the jury.
So pretty much he just paid off
one
someone.
second.
That's what it sounds like.
I don't know. No, I don't believe so.
What,
I disagree 100%.
What do you think?
I believe that it was so bad what he did. It was so terrible what he did that if it were to come out, okay, rape, non-consensual sex, the sending of gay pornography, it could have been a crime. He could go to jail. He could have been in the jail cell next to OJ. And maybe he will one day. I don't know. I don't know how long ago this happened.
Well, OJ's out
but
now, right?
I don't. It's not. It has nothing to do with corruption. It has to do with somebody wielding excessive power over a woman in a workplace, and as a result of that, he thinks he's God. He can get away with anything. And think about how bad of his actions were that he had to pay somebody $32 million. Think about it. We don't know how bad it is yet. It's going to come out. But he had to pay somebody $32 million, okay? And think about in another jury trial, okay? Because that's how lawyers think. What would happen, because this is what lawyers think, Squeeze, what would happen if I went to a jury? And they're saying if this went to a jury would pay out at least $32 million. And think about how bad he had to have acted if you say, okay, well, a jury paid out for the death of Nicole Brown Simpson. Let me finish. For the death of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman, $33 million, assuming you believe, OJ killed him.
But can you say that, can this actually bring about, can criminal charges still be brought?
We don't know yet because we don't know how long ago this happened. We don't know how long ago it happened. In the state of New York, there is a 5-year statute of limitations on rape. So if it happened more than 5 years ago, the answer would be no. I don't know when this happened, when these allegations happened. We will find out.
Major situation.
We will find out.
Quite sure we will.
In immigration news, Squeeze.
Immigration news. What we do here.
In immigration news.
Once we finish this, we're going to be taking calls.
There's a lot. FEMA, about the wildfires out in California. Yeah. FEMA's paying a lot of people a lot of money for their loss of income, for their loss of their homes and their property. And there's a group of people that is suffering right now. And those are the immigrants that FEMA is not taking care of. Immigrants who have lost their homes, immigrants who have lost their jobs, who get absolutely no aid at all from the U.S. Government. And most undocumented immigrants in the area who have lost their homes are absolutely receiving zero aid. Zero.
That's very sad,
so there are grassroots movements now to help immigrants who were the victims of wildfires.
Our numbers are up, man. Maybe we should take some calls.
We will take some calls. I just want to say one other thing, Squeeze.
What's the one other thing,
Okay,
Brad?
You upset about this?
No, I just want to take a lot of calls
today. We will take some calls. 1-800-529-5465. I just want to say one other thing, okay? In the height of hypocrisy news. Yeah. In the height of hypocrisy news. Right. Look at me. You're looking at the numbers.
I saw a number came up and it says Adidja Palmer. I'm like,
who's that?
That's Vibes Cartel's name. I know he's not calling us because he's incarcerated right now.
Well, maybe he is. I did work on his immigration case before he got arrested.
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah, I know.
I met him.
Brad.
Yes.
I'm the one who introduced him.
You introduced me to him, right. He was a very close talker.
Yes. You're the one who got him his papers.
I got him his papers to come here, right? And then he traveled back and forth.
Yeah.
And then he got into trouble down in Jamaica. Now he's this is Vibes Cartel, and he's
still the number one dance.
Still number one
in certain sense.
He's still the number one dancehall. He's in jail and he's making music in jail in Jamaica.
Right.
That would be funny if that was him calling.
But that's the name that came up.
That's the name that came up.
Someone evidently is using his name.
Somebody's using his name. Where do you see that?
Look.
Where?
Line 1.
Line 1. It says Ricardo.
No. Look at it.
But that's the name of the person whose phone it is.
Exactly. Right. But that's what I'm saying.
So you think it's Vibes Cartel making pretend he's Ricardo in Pittsburgh? Come on.
Why does the name come up?
Let's find out. Ricardo.
Hello, this is not Vibes question.
Hold on, but Ricardo, are you aware the name on your phone, what it comes up and says?
Yeah, I did it.
Oh, you did?
You did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did it on purpose. All right, what's up?
All right, Cartel, what's up, man?
I got a
Cartel.
question.
Yeah.
I got a question, man. My uncle, he came here like a couple of days ago, but he came to visit his sister, right? So he put his sister husband name on the thing that saying that he coming to visit him. That's his uncle. So what happened was he had put that he had came here for 2 months. So when he came to immigration, they was questioning him. So he
Why
was
would
like,
so he came to visit. He went home.
Mm-hmm.
No, he didn't. He came here to visit, but he put that he's going to stay here for 2 months.
Okay, so when he came up on this one visit, they questioned him at the airport.
Yep.
And what happened at the airport?
Asking him if he was going to work and stuff like that. He said no. So they asked who he's going to stay with. So he said his uncle. So that's his sister's husband.
Okay.
So when they contacted him, the man lied and told them that he owns a hotel and my uncle was coming up to work with him.
Okay. Why would he lie? Why would that person lie? That's so strange. I mean, if
for some reason.
All right, that's a weird story, but continue. Okay.
Very weird.
I don't know what he and his wife had. So I don't know. He lied and told them that the man does not work in like 3 years. He don't own no hotel. He don't owns nothing. So that he told them that, and they turned back my uncle and declined the visa.
Right. Well, yeah, because they declined his visa because they said he was coming here to work and he was making a misrepresentation. And basically, your story, what you're saying is that when they asked him, let me understand if I get this correct. When they asked your uncle, who was coming up in the airport, what is your purpose? I'm going to visit my family member. They called the family member, and the family member said, no, I own a hotel, and he's coming to work for me. And you're telling me the family doesn't even own a hotel?
Yeah,
that's odd.
Exactly.
That's very odd.
Odd is an understatement.
All right, so
what needs to be done?
All right, so what we would have to do is we got to get to the bottom of this.
Yes.
Okay, and the way we have to get to the bottom of this is, number one, we got to get the records from the airport and see exactly what was said.
And you can do that.
I can do the record.
Okay. Listen to me. Listen to me. Okay. Now it's time to listen to me, and I'll tell you what has to happen. Your uncle has part of a record. He doesn't have everything. Okay. So I'm going to get all of the records. Okay, let's see exactly what was said, who said what, when, where, and how. And then we're going to go back to your uncle who's in Jamaica, who's stuck, who would like to get a visitor's visa to come here to visit, not to work, and then see if we can overcome these objections. And we have to show, basically, that the family member who they called is the liar, not your uncle. It's a hard thing to overcome, but, you know, we'll have to start somewhere, and he's obviously not. He hung the phone up. He didn't like what I had to say.
I think it was inadvertent. I don't think he hung.
I hope not. Okay.
He's getting good advice.
I thought he was.
Why would he hang the phone up?
I don't know.
He's a nice guy.
Very nice guy.
Yeah.
Khadijah Palmer.
Very nice guy.
Very nice guy.
Of course.
Yes.
I
remember when Vibes Cartel used to call my office, and they would say Khadijah Palmer, and I only know him as Vibes Cartel. I kept saying, it took me back a month before I realized.
You mean the same way it took you like a while to figure out to squeeze that David Annakie at the same person?
What's with these guys with like 100 different names?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You bratty?
I am not bratty. I am Brad. When I first came on, when I first came on the radio, people would call me Bratty.
Yeah, Bratty.
Bratty.
At least they weren't calling it a Bernstein beer.
Yeah. No.
Let's go to another call right here on the Brad and Squeeze Show. Taking your immigration questions, 1-800-529-5465.
Norman.
Hello?
Hello.
This doesn't sound like Norman.
You don't sound like a Norman.
LaShawn.
No.
From Norman, Oklahoma.
It's LaShawn from Norman, Oklahoma.
Okay, all right.
LaShawn, what's up?
It's LaShawn. I have a question. It's immigration plus something else.
Okay.
I spoke to you a couple months ago about my husband. You said he couldn't file yet. I got this job at this restaurant where I am been sexually arrested, and my boss, because he knows of my status, he's using it against me. He's letting me know that there's nothing I can do. So I reported one incident to my manager. After my manager spoke with them, everything in the kitchen changed. I became public enemy number one in the kitchen. So I spoke to another guy.
What is your boss doing to you?
Right. Let's
touching me on my butt, reaching for my breast.
Okay.
One of them offered money for sex.
And you are extraordinarily vulnerable because not only are you an employee with zero power and your boss has all the power, not only that, but in addition to that, you don't have an immigration status here. So you are now being you have now double vulnerability, unlike some of these starlets with it's all, think about her vulnerability, Squeeze.
Oh, I'm thinking
all
about
right,
it.
so you're going to need some help. All right, we're going to help you, but we're not going to help you on our show right now. But you're in a very vulnerable situation,
She should stay on the line.
and you're going to stay on the line and hold on 1 second, okay?
That's what we do here.
Yeah.
We help people each and every single weekday, live at 9, live at noon, but we help throughout the entire week. We are the Brad and Squeeze Show. David Squeeze Annakie here and Brad Bernstein. Going to another call at 1-800-529-5465. If you're on the outside, be very careful. It's a wet day. You're listening to 93.5 WVIP in your car, maybe on your phone. However, you're listening to us on Facebook. It's at David Squeeze Annakie, Brad H. Bernstein, law offices of Spar Bernstein. YouTube, you saw Etan's comment in the group. Interesting. Sounds like something someone said a few months back.
And they said...
we saw how that worked out.
It didn't work out very well. All right, 1-800-529-5465. I don't know if you saw the hashtag #MeToo. Okay, I am glad that that somebody eventually came out and said something what happened with Harvey Weinstein and now O'Reilly and women, and even it's even happening with gay men as well, are having totally unacceptable behavior acted towards them from people of power in the workplace. It shouldn't happen. It's actually even more disturbing that it's happening with people who are vulnerable with their immigration status as well.
Of course, it's happening. People, what I realized, people with power just wield it a little bit too, carelessly or just
because it can't
manipulate people.
It's not
very sad.
It can't be just sex. It's power, my opinion, because there's so many people in the world. Okay, how come they're not walking down the street and doing it? How come they're not just, randomly, how come you don't go randomly touch somebody on a street corner? You're only touching people who work for you because you have power over them.
You've got a lot of hidden, crazy MF perverts out there.
Yeah.
You know what the MF means.
Yeah. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Jay in about 30 seconds from Columbia, South Carolina. And then we're going to check in with our social media guru.
Really?
Yes.
We're going to find her?
Yeah, we're going to find our social media.
Exciting moment.
We are going to find our social media guru. And see what questions are on social media, on our digital platforms at Facebook at Law Offices of Spar Bernstein.
Can I be mischievous?
What?
Can I ask her what makes her the social media guru? I'm gonna bust her chops on
What
that.
makes it her?
No, I'm gonna ask her what makes her the social media guru.
She sits in the social media guru seat. Whoever sits in the social media guru seat is the social media guru.
If people only know what this organization is like on the inside, it's incredible.
All right, so let's go to Jay.
Jay, what's up?
Hi, good morning, brother and Squeeze. How are you doing?
Wonderful. How you doing?
Much better now that you have called.
Commendations to you on a wonderful show that you have.
Glad you love it. Glad you love it.
And I'm a bit hurted now because I just lost my husband this morning.
Oh my God! My condolences. He died this morning. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Yes.
What happened? What happened?
He just came here last month. I got his permanent residency. I'm from Jamaica.
Oh my God.
And
That's
he
terrible.
He went ill and died this morning.
Oh my God.
So you knew
was he ill for a while, or this was sudden?
Yes, he was ill before. Yes, he got ill since here, and then he got through with his residency, and I was there, and we came up together last month, and
I'm really sorry to hear you.
I'm so sorry.
Very, very sorry to hear that, rather.
I'm very sorry.
However, thank you so much for.
Yeah.
But however, his son in Jamaica, he's married, and he's filing. His wife is in Canada, a Jamaican filing for him in Canada, and he has an appointment on the 25th of this month for the interview at the Canadian Embassy. But he wants me to find out from you if his father died and if he can, you know, get an emergency.
You can certainly try to get an emergency visitor's visa to come.
Yes.
You know, the things he has going in his favor, you know, he obviously has certainly a valid reason to enter the United States to go visit his father's funeral. But what he really has going in his favor is he's already showing an intention of not living in the United States. He's married to a woman in Canada. And because he's actually in the process of moving to Canada in the next month or two, I would think that he would be able to do it. He would need to go to the U.S. Embassy with a death certificate of the father, with something from the funeral home when the funeral is, and proof that he's in a bona fide marriage with a woman in Canada and that he's in the process of going to immigrate to Canada, so that the United States doesn't believe that when he comes and goes to the funeral, he ends up staying here.
Right.
We can help you with all of this. I know it's a very trying time in your life. I wish, you know, all we have is words for you, which doesn't help much, but certainly our condolences. We didn't know the man, but I'm sure he's a wonderful father, a wonderful husband. And
36 years.
Oh, my gosh,
We are married for 36 years.
Right. Oh, gosh. What a loss. What a loss.
Wow. Sorry to hear that, Jay.
All right. So if you need help, we can take your number. You can call us. Hold on one second. Again, our heartfelt sympathies. And
thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I hope that we were a little helpful here.
Okay. And thanks a lot for tuning in.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks.
I'm glad we took that call.
A some moment here.
Yes, I'm glad we took that
it's
call.
It's never a good moment when one passes on.
Right.
You know.
All right. So let's go to let's take a
let's go to SMG.
You want to go to SMG?
Hey, why not?
Let's take one more call. Let's maybe let's kind of get a lighter call.
Okay. Let's lie about SMG.
What?
You said we were going to SMG.
All right, let's go to SMG.
Thank you.
All right, fine. We might as well just stick with what we planned.
Stick with what we planned and stop screwing it up, man.
I feel bad, you know. I feel a little sad.
Yeah, so let's
there
go to
you are,
SMG.
Smiley. How are you?
She doesn't vouch for me, but I vouch for her.
I don't hear SMG.
No, but that's normal.
We never hear her when she starts.
That's normal.
Maybe one day we'll
maybe one day she'll get it right.
Yes.
You know.
Do you really not hear me?
Now we hear you. Now we hear you.
You know.
All right. So we have social media questions on immigration, on law, on life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, and any relationship questions. Squeeze, obviously.
No, I will not answer.
We'll answer all of them about his own personal life, or help you with yours.
My track record has proven itself.
Your track record is that nobody should be listening to you about personal relationships.
Personal relationships, do not listen to me.
All right. Do the opposite.
Yes, do the opposite.
Whatever Squeeze says, just do the opposite. It's probably right.
I'm very zealous of other things, but you know.
Yes. All right, Kim, what do we got?
Kim, what's up with SMG?
I want to my case real quick. Also, experience and research is what makes me the SMG Squeeze.
Oh, okay. You did your research just now and came back at me, yeah?
Coming back at you.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Yes. Woo!
Shots fired. All right, no problem. All right.
All right, so what's going on? What do we got on social media?
Sebastian Z on YouTube wants to know what a humanitarian waiver is and how he applies for it.
There's all different humanitarian waivers depending on what you are doing. There are humanitarian waivers for, I'll give you the most likely scenario of a humanitarian waiver would be that you have a family member who sponsored you.
Right.
There's humanitarian waivers in all different types of cases, but I'll give you the most typical one that you would use a humanitarian waiver for. Okay? Your family member sponsored you. In the process, after the I-130 was approved, but before you got your green card, that family member passed away. And therefore, you do not have a petitioner anymore. In years past, 10, 15, 20 years ago, that would be the end of the case. About 10, 12 years ago, they instituted a reinstatement. You can reinstate the I-130 with another close family member as long as you get a humanitarian waiver. So you would have to petition the Immigration Service and say, these are my humanitarian reasons for wanting to come to the United States. Maybe maybe it's because of my living conditions, it's economic. And maybe it's for family reunification. Maybe it's because of sickness or somebody's ill. There's anything that you could. What is humanitarian is something that moves you. Something that makes you, wow, that's a reason why somebody should come here. So as long as you can demonstrate an ability, it's like, the best way to describe it is, you ever go at the Titanic, they start, the ship is sinking, everybody is, and they start playing the sad music. The humanitarian waiver is, we play the sad music, we come up with some sad reasons why you need to be reunified with your family here, whatever those sad reasons are, then that would be what you would submit in your humanitarian waiver, and hopefully it gets approved. And then once it gets approved, then that family member can step in to the petitioner's shoes who passed away and complete the case for you.
Okay.
But there are humanitarian waivers in all sorts of different situations.
By the way, Brad, I just listened to everything you said, and that sounds like something that is very, very complicated and confusing.
It is.
Should one try to do that themselves?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Right.
In other words,
Right.
I would just call Brad.
Correct. All right, continue.
Okay. Question for
That was
Brad.
not rapid fire, by the way.
No, that's why I said that.
No.
I was really, I said I'm not even going to interrupt
That was
him.
not rapid fire. That was
was a
Brad.
slow
That was Braducation. All right.
Sure was.
All right. We have to stop the Braducation. All right. No more Braducation. Let's go right to rapid fire.
Yeah,
now.
I'm not even.
Okay.
Okay. Can someone adjust their status if they've overstayed their visa for over 15 years? NJH wants to know on YouTube.
If you're married to a U.S. citizen, yes.
Okay.
Or if your child's a U.S. citizen over the age of 21, yes.
All right. Next question. I'm going to let you do all the questions. Be rapid by yourself. Chop, chop. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay. Jada on YouTube wants to know, I have a 10-year green card through marriage. Can I file for my 20-year-old son who's living here undocumented?
Yes.
Me and my husband got married when he was 17, but we're not together anymore.
Yes, you can.
Okay. Trisha Rose on YouTube wants to know, if you're in a relationship with a married person and have a child with them, can you get status without being married to them? Ooh.
No, there's no such thing as I get a green card because I have a child with a U.S. citizen.
Okay. Sebastian on YouTube wants to know, I'm a green card holder. I filed my I-130 for my wife in January 2017. How long until we get an approval?
January 2017, and he's a green card holder. He should be getting approval sometime now, in the next month or two.
Okay. Doreen on Facebook wants to know, if my spouse filed for me, I got my EAD last month, how long do I have to wait for an interview in New York?
Assuming you did everything properly, you'll get your interview at the end of the winter.
Okay. Jillian on Facebook wants to know, how does moving states affect your application?
You got to do an AR-11, let them know you've moved, and once you've moved, especially if you have an adjustment and you're waiting for an interview, they're going to transfer your file to the new state, and your case goes to the end of the line in the new state, so it actually delays your case.
Okay. Lee on YouTube wants to know, my wife is filing for me. I'm in Jamaica. She's a U.S. citizen. She got the receipt number on the 30th of September, but there's an error message online that keeps popping up each time we try to sign in. What does that mean?
It means that you are screwing up the sign-in process, but you have a receipt notice, so as long as you have the receipt notice, you're okay.
Okay.
All right. It just means there's a computer issue, maybe on your end, maybe on their end, I don't know. But as long as you have a receipt notice with a case number, you're good. That's the most important.
Okay.
All right.
Claudine on Facebook wants to know.
Continuing.
Yeah, let her go.
Oh,
Okay, let's go.
I've got him.
Just keep up. Let's go. Let's go.
That's what I'm saying.
Claudine on Facebook wants to know, I have a friend who's single and has 2 children. They came here legally and overstayed their visa. What can they do to become legal?
That's how do I get a green card? I would need to meet with them.
I was about to say.
Yeah, all the questions of how do I get a green card, you need a consultation.
Master of Guns on YouTube.
Master of Guns. Uh-oh.
Master of Guns.
How ironic that he's asking a question in the rapid fire round. Yes.
No comments from me.
Yes.
This is really cute. It says, how long does it take to get an I-94? 3 little hearts.
You get an you can actually go Google right now. You can go to, if you Google and write I-94 USCIS, I don't remember the exact, it's a long website, but if you Google it, it'll pop up. I can actually do it right now, and you can print out the information right online as long as it was within the last couple of years. If it's a much older one, then you have to do an I-102 for replacement. But if I go right now, I-94 USCIS, Well, maybe I shouldn't be doing it because here it is. It's I94.cbp.dhs.gov. And all you got to do is type in I-94 USCIS, I-94 CBP, and just follow those. You can actually print it out right there on the spot.
On the spot.
Yeah.
On the spot.
Great.
All right. What else?
Okay. Okay, Chris White on Facebook wants to know if I file for my daughter and she's 5 years old, how long will it take?
Is Chris White a U.S. citizen or a resident?
You know, he doesn't say.
If you're a U.S. citizen, it'll take a year. If you're a resident, about 1.5 years to 2 years. If you were a U.S. citizen when the child was born, you don't have to file for her. She's a U.S. citizen.
Okay.
I love it.
Simone.
Okay.
Okay, whatever.
Okay.
You know what she said? She says it okay, like, okay, whatever.
Okay.
I'm like, I don't know. I just gave him really good information. I just
Okay.
gave this guy really great information. And she's
Okay.
like, whatever, I'm going to the next question.
Okay.
No, it's okay. You've got some work to do,
Okay.
sir.
Okay,
Okay.
fine. Okay.
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 Jill, count how many times the word okay is used on this show.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. If we did a drinking game for every time SMG said okay, we would be drunk by 9:20.
By 9:07.
we would be annihilated. You would see two drunk hosts here if we did a drinking game. Every time I say, okay, another drink. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I don't think I'd be able to read the questions anymore.
All right.
All right.
All
Anyway.
right. So now this
Do we have any fun segments coming up?
Yes, this is
I want the fun
all right,
segment.
so here's the fun
All
segment.
I want is for it to be sponsored by USA Credit Repair. That's what I want.
We're gonna come back. We're gonna come back to SMG for rapid fire at the end of the show. So please keep your questions coming. We're gonna answer all your questions live at the end of the show. But this is the funnest segment of the day, Squeeze. This is when our show, where it's going great, we're going gangbusters, everything's fantastic. We're getting hearts
I
across
don't like
the
the
street.
word gang and buster
Gang
together.
and buster in the
I don't
same.
like that.
Okay. This is when it comes to a complete stop.
Yeah.
That's right.
Maybe we should just run into it so that we don't waste any time.
Every time that car almost hits me.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for page 21.
This is now page 21, USA Credit Repair.
What is the question of the day on citizenship? Just anyone who can get the answer to this question.
Okay.
Listen carefully. We will work on your credit.
Do you want me to ask the question?
$99 for 3 months.
Okay, do you want me to ask the question?
You ask the question.
Okay, the question is, who, I'm going to give a hard one, but if you listen to the end of the show, we'll give the answer. Okay? Who wrote the Star Spangled Banner?
Did you guys hear that?
Who?
Yeah.
Not owl. Who?
Who?
Right, and wrote the Star Spangled Banner. I will give you a hint. Sometimes when your door is locked, you use this.
Google.
You use this something or other that's in your pocket to open the door. That is, you use something in your pocket to open a locked door. What would you find in your pocket to open a locked door? That is a hint to who wrote the Star Spangled Banner. Now we're saying that because apparently a lot of people are kneeling right now during the Star Spangled Banner, Squeeze. All right, so people should know who the author of the Star Spangled Banner.
Who wrote the Star Spangled Banner? If you get the answer to that, ladies and gentlemen, no gimmick, no joke, no bluff. USA Credit Repair will work on your credit for 3 whole months. That's 90 days for only $99 flat, just to set up an administrative fee, no work fee. But you've got to guess who wrote the Star Spangled Banner. Okay? Google. And the number to call right now is 1-800.
Google did not write the Star Spangled Banner.
7177. I never said that.
Okay, you can just Google it.
I just sneezed.
You can Google it, or you can.
I just sneezed.
You can Google it, or you can just watch to the end of the show.
1-800-872-7177 is the number for USA Credit Repair, the leading credit repair agency right now in the northeast corridor of the United States. 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. And it's good to see the numbers are not crying. All right.
All right. So now that
what do we do now?
So now that the car ran into the train wreck, I was told that we're able to back the car out and start this show again. Are we able to get the car going?
I got to tell you this.
No, we're not able to get the car going.
Car part of
there it goes.
It's corny.
No, it's not.
It's corny.
No, it's not.
It's very
There we
corny.
go. Now we go. There we go. Now we can start this show again. Now we can start the show again.
See,
all right. So what we did is
the show never stopped.
The show stops right there, but now we're back again. All right. So now what we did is we put our SMG in the street yesterday, okay, and we asked people in the street right in front of 225 Broadway in Lower Manhattan questions.
Why is it you guys
about-
never go to Brooklyn? Just go to Brooklyn Bridge. Go on the Brooklyn
We're
Bridge.
gonna speak to them.
It's like 10 minutes away.
We will speak
go
to
on
them.
the Brooklyn Bridge with a microphone.
We're gonna do the Brooklyn Bridge next time, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So
Anyone going out in the rain today?
Maybe we'll go out in the rain on the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah, I got a big umbrella.
So we put people out on the street to ask them questions about what their rights are in child support and matrimonial hearings.
Okay.
So let's see if people know what their rights are when you're fighting for child support, child custody, or going through a divorce.
Let me remind them on social media, remember to share our pages at David Squeeze Annakie on Facebook, Brad H. Bernstein on Facebook. Also, of course, Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein. On YouTube, it's Spar and Bernstein. Please, we ask, we beg of you, share so that hundreds of thousands of people can watch the show and get help from Brad and Squeeze. Let's go see what happened on the streets.
This is Kim Moore from the Brad and Squeeze Show, and we are back out on the streets asking New Yorkers questions about family law. Let's see how they did. Are you allowed to move out of state with your child if you're in a custody battle?
I don't think so.
I don't think you are. It wouldn't seem ethical to do so.
I would say no. Because you're in the middle of a case. Like I would say any type of case that you have with anyone involved, like you can leave the state.
Even if you have sole custody of your child, you cannot move out of state without the permission of the other parent or the court. In that case, you have to file what's called a relocation petition. The burden on that petition is very high. You'd be wise to seek the attorneys at Spar and Bernstein to help you with representation.
At what age does child support stop in New York City?
I'm pretty sure child support would stop at around 18 or 19.
18?
I know in Texas it's 18, but here I'm guessing the same age, 17, 18.
I don't know.
Well, you can see most people think child support stops at the age of 18. It actually is continued until the child's 21 years old.
In New York State, it also does not self-terminate. If you want to stop paying child support when your child turns 21, you have to go to the court and ask them to stop your child support case.
If you have one child, what percentage of your income will you be expected to pay in child support?
If you have one child, I think you should be expected to pay at least 20%. Maybe 30.
See, I don't think there should be a specific percentage. I mean, I guess that's not like, I know that's not like lawful or anything, but like whatever my child needs, I should provide for them. If they're my child, they're my child. Probably, if you have one child, it's probably like 50, maybe 50%.
I believe the percentage you're supposed to pay for child support out of your income, I don't think it's that much, honestly. I feel like it's kind of low, but I said like 10%, 15%, not high at all.
Maybe 10%?
I would say maybe 15%. This is just all guesses because I'm not familiar with law.
Many of you may be surprised to hear that you have to pay 17% of your gross income for child support.
It's not 30%, it's not 50%, it's 17% of your gross income. If you're wondering why you have to pay 17% of your income for child support, it's because kids are expensive.
Does custody automatically go to the mother?
No.
No, custody does not automatically go to the mother. It does not automatically go to the mom, and it shouldn't automatically go to the mom. It should go to the parent who is most fit to raise the child, and which circumstances are best fit for the child.
No. I think it depends on like so many things about their income, their situation, current situation, how the way they're living.
Historically, mothers were given deference when it came to child custody. That's no longer the case. Obviously, times are changing, families are changing, and the structure of the court's changing.
The courts nowadays look at the best interest of the children. Both parents can be granted custody of their children, so either parent should be going to court and fighting for their kids if they want custody.
In terms of family law, do you know what maintenance is?
Oh. I don't know.
I am not aware of what maintenance is.
I do not know what maintenance is.
Care to take a wild guess?
No.
I do not know what maintenance is.
Maybe making sure that everything is upkept, like your salary is still updated, like all of your information is still there.
Maintenance is spousal support. It used to be called alimony. It's spousal support that you may be court-ordered to pay to your soon-to-be ex-husband or ex-wife.
Can a spouse use incriminating photos or text messages as evidence against you in divorce proceedings?
Yes, to prove an affair. I mean, I guess you could, but in court, would they really think you're lying about being cheated on? Is that a thing?
That's hard because we're very influenced by media and they make us believe that's true, but I'm not sure about that. Maybe it's like in very specific conditions that you can do that against an ex-spouse. Yeah.
I don't even see how that doesn't seem appropriate in my opinion, but if that's what people do, I guess I wouldn't do that.
Photos, videos, posts on social media can be used against you in a divorce. While the fact that your spouse cheated might be the most important thing to you, it is not the most important thing to the court. Unless your spouse used marital money to pay for that extramarital affair, the judge does not want to hear about it. You may also be surprised to find out that if you are conducting an extramarital affair, assets from the marriage spent on that affair can be used against you as well. So be careful.
If you filed divorce papers with your ex months ago and have never heard back, what should you do?
Contact the person you're trying to divorce.
I guess what you would do if you hadn't heard anything back from your ex, I guess, would be to just do what you were doing before. Like, just continue doing whatever you were doing. I have no idea.
Go to some type of higher up after trying to reach out to them. I guess on some type of judge, local judge, attorney, somebody with some legal power.
Contact us. If you filed for divorce months ago and you still haven't heard anything, the clerks are giving you the runaround, you need to come to Spar and Bernstein and speak to an attorney in the matrimonial department. We can help.
Prior successful results do not guarantee similar outcome. I love this segment, man.
I love that stuff.
That was a family law segment
Yes.
right here, of course, man, woman in the streets, and of
Yes.
course, it's hilarious.
Right.
And it's very informative, I would
Yes.
say. So I'll tell you what, Brad. I say we go to some questions right now, but listen up. The number to call right now, ladies and gentlemen, for this full-service law firm, there's a family law capacity here at Spar and Bernstein. The number is 1-800-529-5465. Do remember about criminal defense, personal injury, especially construction accidents, tax law, all of that, criminal defense, I did say before, in immigration. 1-800-529-5465. But can we go to the lines?
Yeah, let's go quickly. Angel from Kingston, Jamaica.
What is your question?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Brad and Squeeze. I called you guys a few months ago, and I took Brad's advice. I was the one that called about being married, and my husband is an American citizen, or he got his citizenship, and I got pregnant.
Great.
And we were doing the back and forth thing with immigration.
Angel, what is your question? Because we have a lot of people we want to get through.
Oh, sorry.
Sure, no problem.
My question is, we got our interview date now.
Okay.
But the baby was born here in Jamaica.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out if there's anything that I will need to do.
The baby, your husband's a citizen, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so the baby's an American citizen, so you have to take your husband has to take the baby to the U.S. Embassy and apply for a U.S. passport. So then when you come up,
you'll come up here in Jamaica.
In Jamaica, correct. So when you come up to the United States, you'll come up with a green card, and the baby's a U.S. citizen. The baby will come up with a U.S. passport.
Okay, so you just have to take his nationalization information or just his ID or what?
He needs his naturalization information, proof he's been living in the United States for 10 years prior to the baby's birth. Hold on one second.
Hang on one second. All right. Once again, folks, the number here is 1-800-529-5465. Moving to another question.
And by the way, we just want to try to get through as many people as we can. We have a lot of people on hold, so that's why I'm trying to go fast.
Not a problem. Let's move to the next call. Gene, what's up?
Hello.
Hi. Yes. What's your question, Gene?
Yes. Yeah. Good. How are you?
Good. What is your question, Gene?
Okay, my question is not for myself, but for somebody. I'm going to talk on somebody's name. She's been married for 4 years. Her husband applied for her. They had an interview. After the interview, 7 months ago, they never got the decision yet. After 2 weeks after the interview, my husband left. Yesterday, I received a divorce paper I have to sign.
Okay, so you have a problem now because you never got the results of the interview. You were not approved yet for your green card, unless you are some sort of abuse spouse, either emotional abuse, extreme emotional abuse, physical abuse. You're going to have a big problem. Hold on one second. All right.
All right. Let's move to another call. The number once again is 1-800-529-5465. Don't forget we're coming back live at noon with Brad and Squeeze.
Right.
Let's go to another one.
We got Sean in Queens.
Sean in Queens. What's
Hello,
up?
Brad. Good morning, Squeeze.
How are you,
sir?
I'm trying to assist my daughter in filing for her husband. She's a citizen. Her husband, she's been married to her husband for 5 years, and he's here on a visitor visa, but he doesn't want to go back, and we want to know what.
How long has he been? How long has he been here on the visitor's visa?
Almost 6 months.
Okay, so you're going to file an entire adjustment package, I-45, I-130, I-864. You file it with the filing fee, Department of Homeland Security. He'll get his work permit in 90 days, green card in 9 months. You have to request from USCIS an adjustment package, or you can come see me, and I will do everything for you.
I say put him on hold, set up an appointment. I think that's the right thing to do right here on the Brad and Squeeze Show, brought to you by USA Credit Repair. But let's go to another caller who is listening to 93.5. Thank you so much, Christine, for calling 1-800-LAWLINK. What's your question?
Yes, hi. Did you say Christine?
I said Christine. That's
Are you Christine?
Are you Christine?
Yes, yes.
Okay, what's your question?
Yes, hi. I have a family member who is incarcerated in Pennsylvania, and I'm not sure what to do next.
What is he incarcerated for? By immigration?
No, some, I guess, misdemeanor.
Okay. Is he a citizen or a resident?
She, resident.
Okay, so...
Citizen.
Oh, he's a citizen. Okay, so then you need a criminal defense attorney in Pennsylvania. It has nothing to do with immigration. She's a citizen. We can help you find somebody in Pennsylvania. Yeah. We're not criminal defense attorneys in Pennsylvania,
we'll
but
put you over to our criminal defense department. We'll help you with that. Get one down there. 1-800-529-5465. The attorney is Brad Bernstein. Let's go to another call.
Howard in West Palm.
Yes, morning, Brad. Squeeze.
Yes.
Quick question. I'm about to travel to Jamaica, but I have a weak case and it was dismissed. Can I travel?
As long as it was dismissed, yes. If it was not dismissed, no. You positive it was dismissed?
Yes.
How positive are you?
My son was born. That's positive.
Okay, then go get the disposition, travel with it, no problem. If you're not 100, dismissed doesn't mean I paid a fine. Dismissed means I was found completely innocent.
Yep.
As long as that's the case, enjoy your trip. If you paid a fine, then obviously you got a problem.
If you want to be sure, stay on the line.
Quick question.
Right.
Quickly.
So why wouldn't they stop me back in though if it was dismissed?
They wouldn't stop you. They would let you in. But sometimes in the computer they don't know what happened with the case, so they'll stop you and question you. So you walk with the disposition. You show it's dismissed. So in case they question you about it and they're not sure what the disposition is, you have it right there on the spot. It just makes it go faster.
All right.
All right, cool.
No
Thank
problem.
you. All right.
1-800-529-5465. Let's go to another call. 1-800-LAWLINK. This is the Brad and Squeeze
Merlin
Show.
in Massachusetts.
Next time you talk over me.
Yeah, good morning.
Watch.
Merlin in Massachusetts. Yes.
Yeah. I have a question. I have 2 kids. I have 2 grown daughters in Jamaica, over 20-year-old.
Right.
I'm American citizen. I filed for both of them. They deny one. They approve the next one, but it's been approved for like 2 years. And I'm not hearing nothing from immigration.
Yeah, you have about 5 more years of waiting. It's a 7-year waiting list, and they probably, my guess is, approved the one where you were married to the mother and denied the one where you were not married to the mother. Is my guess.
No, I wasn't married to none of them.
Okay, fine. So you could improve the parent-child relationship on one of them, I guess.
So how do I go about?
You need to come see me about the one that got denied, and the one that got approved. She has about 5 more years of waiting.
All right, thank you.
All right, so hold the line. 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to another call, Brad.
You want to go to Danetta in Jefferson City, Missouri?
Yep.
Danetta in Jefferson City, Missouri.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
All right, my question is, I have my work in process, but I got my work permit. My father died yesterday. So I was wondering how can I...
If you have an adjustment application, you can go down to the local USCIS office, make an InfoPass appointment, go down immediately, bring the death certificate of your father. They will give you an emergency advance parole if you haven't applied for one. If you applied for it, just bring the receipt that you've applied for it. If not, bring
I already have it.
You have it? Then go travel, and my condolences. If you have the advance parole, travel, my condolences.
Sympathies and condolences, by the way. All right?
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Once again, 1-800-529-5465. That's all I'm trying to get in there, man. All right, next call.
Alicia.
So people knows who to call.
Alicia.
Yes, hello?
How are you?
Hello, Alicia.
I'm okay. I have a question, right? So I got married and I got my 2-year conditional. So the other day I was at work and my wife has been hounding me for the marriage certificate and I refused to give her, and she came to my job and she assaulted me. So I made a charge against her, okay? And she said she's going to tell the court that I paid her.
Okay. She can say whatever she wants. The truth is the truth.
She assaulted.
Okay, and you know,
and her mom.
Usually people don't come to people's jobs and assault them on business marriages because there's no emotion in there. Okay, people come to jobs and assault each other because there's obviously an emotional situation going on. So.
We're kind of far cousins. We're kind of far cousins, but
Alicia, let me just finish. Okay? If this marriage is not working out, you need to get a divorce, and as long as you can get a divorce and prove it was a real marriage, you will be able to remove the conditions.
And
we can help you.
That you can handle.
Yes, hold on one second. All right. So let's go to social media. We're running out of time here.
Okay.
All right, let's see if we can get SMG back online here.
And
SMG?
And before we get to SMG, let me give out the important number. Hello, Kim. The number is 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465. That is the same number for the law firm, all right? Just wanted to make that very clear.
Very clear.
But let's just go to rapid fire. You may ask your questions on my page, Brad's page, or the Spar and Bernstein page. Let's do it. Kim, you're up.
Okay. Franklin on Facebook wants to know, I recently married someone from the Dominican Republic. I already filed the I-130 and got the I-797C. I was in the process of mailing out an I-129F, but I read that was a waste of time because the government will defer to the I-130. Is this true? Is there something I can do to have my wife visit until the I-130 is complete?
Well, he's applying for the K visa. Quite frank, the K3 visa, you can come a little quicker than just filing for the I-130. So I would apply for the K3 as well.
Okay. Beckham on Facebook would like to know, this is actually a follow-up question from yesterday, that he was marrying a U.S. citizen who was getting government assistance. She's getting health insurance and food stamps. So what can she do before filing?
Get off the food stamps, because if you're on food stamps, you can't file for a spouse. You can't support yourself, let alone somebody else.
Okay.
Could I get an after?
Squeeze, do you have any?
No, you can proceed. Proceed. I want you to get yours in. Okay.
Kaylin on Facebook would like to know, a friend of mine visited and overstayed. We're going out of town for a family event, and he wants to drive using his Jamaican license. Will this affect his intent to file for a green card if he encounters the law?
Yes, because he's out of status. He's driving without a license, so he's breaking the law and also putting himself in jeopardy of getting deported.
All right.
That doesn't sound like a smart idea.
No, it does not sound like a smart idea. Let's move to Yvonne. If you have a visiting visa and they gave you 6 months, how long can you spend in the country?
6 months, Yvonne. Kim.
All right.
Okay. Dion on Facebook wants to know, how long after the green card through marriage before I can apply for citizenship?
2 years, 9 months, 3 days, presuming from the time you got your conditional green card or permanent green card, presuming you're still in a bona fide marriage.
Carlet wants to know, visiting visa. Okay, can you lose your visa if they find out you're working on it?
Yes, you can. It's called visitor's visa. By the way, is the next question going to be, what color is George Washington's white horse?
As a matter of fact, someone actually did put that.
Just say, what color is George Washington's white horse?
But that's what someone actually, I think it's, was it Carol Anderson who said that? Yeah.
Yes. And by the way, Squeeze, for USA Credit Repair, the answer is, do you know the answer? Who wrote the Star Spangled Banner?
What's his name?
Francis Scott Key.
Yeah,
so the answer is Francis Scott Key is the... so if you're watching and waiting to the end for the $99 special at USA Credit, 1-800-872-7177, the answer to the question for the $99 is Francis Scott Key.
And remember, USA Credit Repair is the key to beautiful credit. I like that.
You like that. 1-800-USA-7177. 30 seconds. What else you got?
Okay, Simona would like to know, can you send an invitation over the phone to someone in Jamaica to go get a visa?
You can do that, sure. It's just not going to guarantee that they get a visa, but certainly there's a reason why they're coming here, but more importantly is what is the reason that they're going home?
Okay.
Please.
I don't want to. Is it possible?
Who's buried in Grants Tomb?
Is it possible to? Is it possible to get a job in the U.S. while you're on a visitor visa? This is from Tafina Parable.
No, you're working illegally.
I'm sorry, folks. We're not making fun of anyone.
Kim, who's buried in Grants Tomb? What do you think? Would you know?
It's got to be Ford.
It's got to be Ford, exactly. All right, Kim, what else we got? 10 seconds, last
Jada
question.
wants to know, how long will it take to file for my 20-year-old son who's undocumented, and can I file if I'm on food stamps? I'm a green card.
You can file on food stamps, but you're going to have to get off it eventually. It's going to be 6 to 7 years. We're out of here. 1-800-529-5465. Good show.
Let's make it legal.
Yeah.
What did Tamika wear on your wedding day?
Oh, she's gonna smack you if you get this one wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
Red and black
lingerie.
Lingerie.
Oh, I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying now.
We weren't asking that. You can file for your citizenship 90 days before the 5-year anniversary of you getting your green card. You're not living in the United States, and then they're going to turn you around. May even hold you in jail. So, they have
you'll get me out, right?
Well, I will get you out, I promise you.
Yep, I'm cooking up curry chicken right now and burger rice. We just supposed to know burger rice.
Of course. It's going to be cooking with Brad and Squeeze.
Maybe we'll come down to Jacksonville, Florida. She can cook for us, and we can help her with all our legal problems right over the table.
If you want to get your immigration questions answered on Skype, or if you want to find out if you're ready for your bona fide marriage interview with our all-new Bradified Marriage segment, just call 1-800-529-5465 and ask for one of our producers. That's 1-800-529-5465.
See, that's not fair.
I got a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy.
That's not fair. How do you get to do that?
I don't know. I just did it.
By the way, this
I'm
is
Brad.
Quick show, but hold on.
I'm Brad. I can do whatever I want.
But everybody's got to wait. All right.
Yeah. Hold. Everybody. You know what?
Hold up.
Your mic's not on. That's why everyone has to wait, because Squeeze got to put on his mic.
Yeah, but everybody, hold up. How the hell did that happen?
Squeeze is upset that I am ahead of him on the wait list for the iPhone 10.
How the hell did you get? Normally, I'm ahead of everybody.
I am ahead of you. I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy.
And you couldn't share that information with me?
No.
I take that very personal.
No, I couldn't.
You're going to ask. You're going to ask favors.
I will ask for
promise
favors. I will
you
ask
will,
for favors.
and I'm going to take it very seriously.
And I will ask for the favor on my iPhone 10, and I text it to you.
You know what? Let's get to the show, because this is getting very serious.
Meanwhile,
this guy pre-ordered his phone way before everybody. He's going to get his new iPhone before everybody.
I didn't know that I was supposed to do it for you.
Come on, I think that's kind of selfish, man.
I didn't know. Did you ever pre-order anything for me?
You never asked.
Exactly.
But we were speaking about it.
Same thing.
You could have actually shared that information.
I didn't know that. I didn't know. I apologize. It's now news for me that when I pre-order something, I will pre-order for you as well. This is now new news for me. I'm now accepting the news. I'm accepting it, and I will do it in the future. I can have Lenny see if I can add you to it now if you want after we're done with the show.
That would be nice.
Okay, I will.
That would be nice.
I will look into it.
I think about it.
I will ask the guy.
I think about you outside of work.
I will ask the guy. I will ask the guy.
You'll ask the guy.
I will ask the guy. Welcome everybody to the 12 noon. Carol.
Live at noon.
Live at noon. Carol,
live
hello.
at noon.
Tanita, good afternoon. Javelle Franklin, all watching us on Cordella Willery, Shrewd, Christine Mitchell, Abram Hines, all watching live on law offices of Spar and Bernstein on Facebook. Of course, we're live on WVIP 93.5 FM and YouTube at law offices of Spar and Bernstein. We're also live on multiple feeds on David Annakie and Link Up Media. And Jamrock Magazine and USA Credit Repair.
Yep, our proud sponsor.
Our proud sponsors. So hello everybody.
Hello, and just want to say hello to Team Squeeze.
What about Brad Squad?
You didn't say hello to Team Squeeze.
I was letting you to do that.
No, but you want me to say hello to Brad Squad?
I see you're in a fighting mood. Everything I do is going to be wrong in this show. I already see it. So whatever I do, if I say, you know what, we're going to go to this caller, he's going to yell at me, no, we shouldn't. If I should say, all right, we're going to talk about the news, no, we shouldn't. Maybe I'll say we should go to this clip. He'll say no. I already see that this is going to be one of those type of shows, Squeeze, where you are the contrarian.
Can we go to a call, please?
No, because I wanted to share with you what would call, some people would call ironic news of the day. I would call it the hypocritical news of the day.
Okay.
You want to hear the hypocritical news?
Or is it the cynical news of the day?
Let's see. The cynical news of the, if you want, I have cynical news.
Okay.
What do you want hypocritical news first?
Hypocritical news. Cynical, hypocritical, sadistic.
I have that too.
Sarcastic.
I don't have sarcastic. I have sadistic.
Yeah.
I got hypocritical news. I got sadistic news, and I have
cynical.
Cynical.
All right.
All
okay.
right. So cynical news of the day.
Here we go.
Here we go. In Hawaii,
on the Brad and Squeeze Show,
there is a black market for spam. The mystery, the mystery.
Right.
There it is. The mystery meat, a black market for spam. In the last, this is the cynical news of the day. In the last 3 months, Hawaii grocery stores have been robbed of spam, and they are now locking them behind the counter with the razors. You know how the razors are locked behind the counter? Spam is now being locked behind the counter. Nobody knows. Nobody knows why there is a run. Why there's a look at that. That's what the spam looks like. That I would not want to eat that. But nobody knows. Nobody knows why the spam is being robbed off the shelves. But the cynists out there, all right, this is why this is the cynical news of the day. The cynists out there are saying they are being robbed by drug users who are reselling the spam on the black market on the streets of Hawaii to buy drugs. What do you think of that? Cynical or not cynical?
I don't know why it's even in the Brad and Squeeze Show. I had a spam.
Because you asked for cynical news. I got it all. I'm prepared, Squeeze.
Spam.
Spam. I'm prepared.
Oh man.
I am prepared.
I want people to give their critique on the spam.
Whether it is being stole. Why would people steal spam? The cynists are saying for drug abusers. All right. So now, do you want sadistic news?
Let's move on to sadistic news.
Sadistic news.
The spam news didn't turn me on.
Okay. Sadistic news.
Sadistic news.
Dr. Phil, the famous...
I know Dr. Phil.
The famous, I guess, psychologist on television.
Right.
He is being sued by Terrence Bembury.
Terrence Bembury.
Terrence Bembury is suing there he is, Dr. Phil. Looks a little thinner in that picture.
And who is Terrence Bembury?
Terrence Bembury is a skateboarder.
Okay.
Who claims that Dr. Phil ran him over while pulling out of the Dr. Phil parking lot. He got out, he got off of his skateboard, walked over to Dr. Phil, said, "Oh my God, Dr. Phil just hit me! Out of everybody in the world, Dr. Phil just hit me in the car. Don't worry, Dr. Phil, I'm okay." Because Dr. Phil, I guess, says, "I'm a doctor, are you okay?" I don't know what kind of doctor he is, I guess a psychiatrist. And the guy says, according to Dr. Phil, he's okay. He was all excited to see Dr. Phil. He can't believe he got hit by Dr. Phil. And then several hours later, this is where the sadistic news comes in, he mysteriously gets injured, is in the hospital, and is tweeting about how he's going to sue Dr. Phil. There he is. Is that him that's his tweet from the hospital room. So the sadistic news is whether this Terrence Bembury is truly hurt or not, nobody really knows. But he is now threatening to sue Dr. Phil. I will say this, when I got injured, I got hit in the back of a car. I felt, in pain.
First thing you did, you called 911.
Right. I did. I called 911.
Then you called your attorney.
Then I called myself.
I presume the personal injury department at Spar and Bernstein.
That's what I did.
Okay,
and I was rear-ended, and for the first few minutes, I thought I was okay. I was a little shaken up. But as the day went on,
first time you've been rear-ended?
Yes. Okay. The first time ever in my life, rear-ended. You always have to. Why do you say it is first time in your life rear-ended, Brad? Why do you have to emphasize the word rear-ended?
Automobile accident.
Okay, so talking about automobile accidents, yes.
It's not your first accident.
It was my first accident where I was injured, yeah.
Ever?
Ever, yeah. Wow. And then the pain started happening hours later. So it is possible that he felt okay when Dr. Phil, hit him, and hours later he's now threatening Dr. Phil.
Yeah, but it's quite possible that because the adrenaline that's running through your body, you won't even feel that pain when you
don't feel it at first.
Yeah, and then later on you
don't feel it at first. Because you know what happens, especially with herniations.
Right.
Okay. herniations, you know, in your back, obviously if you broke your bone, you're in pain right away, you know, you're dismembered, you're in pain right away. But a lot of times in car accidents, people get herniations in their back. And the herniations is basically, you have like little discs between each of your bones, and then it's like a jelly donut, the disc, and your bones compress and it squirts out some jelly. It's not real jelly from a donut, but similar. So what happens is if the jelly kind of gets dissolved in your body, eventually over time, you heal.
Right.
If the jelly, which hardens, goes up against a nerve or another bone, it just depends where the jelly gets squirted out, then it hardens and now starts affecting you, your ability to walk, your ability to raise your arm or to stand up, because the jelly hardened on the nerves and the bone.
Interesting.
So that's why sometimes when you're in an automobile accident, you know, and you hear like Terrence Bembury said, "I'm okay," but then hours later started to be in pain and tweets from his hospital room, "I'm going to get you, Dr. Phil." Now, he's not suing Dr. Phil. He is suing Dr. Phil, but ultimately it's his insurance, Dr. Phil's insurance company.
All right. Anything else before we get to calls?
And by the way, we do that type of work here at Spar and Bernstein.
Just said that earlier.
Yes, 1-800-529-5465. All right, so we did cynical news of the day, sadistic news of the day, and now the hypocritical news of the day, and we're going to get to calls.
1-800-529-5465. Call us now because we're going to go straight to calls, and Brad promises to be very quick with answering your questions here on the Brad and Squeeze Show.
So
Yeah, you did cut me off.
I just noticed that, so I stopped.
I was about to give out the number again.
I just stopped.
Yeah, I mean, I can refrain from giving out the number.
No, go ahead.
1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Also, place your questions on our social media platforms at David Squeeze Annakie on Facebook, also Brad H. Bernstein on Facebook, Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein 2, and also on YouTube, Spar and Bernstein.
So now, the hypocritical news of the day, Melania Trump.
And by the way, who's that?
That's the wife of the President of the United States.
Okay, how old is she?
Around my age.
Okay, all right. Proceed.
Okay. I think she's, what, 23 or 24 years?
Is she good looking?
I think she's beautiful.
Okay, good. Proceed.
Okay.
Is she hot?
I think so, yes.
Okay, good. Proceed.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, well, you could go.
We're good?
Yeah.
Betsy DeVos. You know who she is? Or DeVois. Okay, so Melania is 2 years younger than me.
Okay.
47, I'm told.
Right. Would you date her?
Well, no, not at this moment because she's married.
Well, not at this moment. Let's say if she's divorced.
If she was divorced?
Would you go out on a date with her?
No, because she's too famous and too attached to Donald Trump. But if she was a non-famous person, I met her, yeah, why not?
Oh, yeah, right, no problem.
And Betsy DeVos, I think I'm pronouncing her name right. She is an elderly person with the Department of Education. They have started the Week of Inclusion. Okay? Inclusion! Inclusion! Seems to be a little hypocritical week of inclusion when we try to put everybody against one another here in America. But they're starting the Week of Inclusion. And in the hypocritical news of the day, the First Lady, Melania Trump, and Secretary of Education Betsy DeVos are making the rounds of schools this week as part of their Week of Inclusion campaign. Melania commended the Detroit Middle School she visited yesterday on their No One Eats Alone program. Nobody eats alone. Melania said, "Eat lunch with someone new so no one feels sad, stressed, and everyone feels included." Wow. And to add insult to injury, DeVos has claimed she would like to end free and reduce lunches for students who have previously qualified. Yeah, so basically just eat lunch with people who can actually afford their lunches. If you can't afford to have lunch, you're screwed. You're screwed. Don't, maybe.
Hey, it's not my fault you can't afford your lunch.
She didn't say go share your lunch. She just said go eat lunch.
How about go share your lunch?
She didn't say go share your lunch. By the way, my husband, the president, is not going to be giving free lunches to people anymore who can't afford it. Children shouldn't eat while they're in school. They should starve. So for those kids who are starving, you don't have to bother eating next to them. Just eat next to the people who can
just look at the people eating.
Just look. You go
smell it.
Yes. And you can
smell it all.
Say, here's
your stomach will get full.
Here's my ham sandwich. Smell it. I'm including you.
Here's my spam.
All mine.
Here's my spam.
Maybe that's why the spam's going off the shelf in Hawaii. Talking about citizen. So I mean, is that
you had a Robin Hood of with spam for the kids?
Imagine.
The Robin Hood of spams.
Can you imagine? Yeah, in the week of inclusion, my mom brought spam for you to eat while I eat my ham sandwich.
Hypocritical. I like that.
I mean, is that hypocritical?
But I don't like what it is all about.
Yes,
you know?
the hypocritical news of the day. Go eat next to somebody, but at the same time, we're cutting food school programs.
Anyway, folks, listen, the Brad and Squeeze Show. Funny as hell. Call us right now. The number is 1-800-529-5465. People, please, we ask for you right now. We don't have enough shares on our social media platforms. 1-800-529-5465 to call, or +1-212-227-8933. On the social media platforms, share on multiple pages, share in multiple groups. You have to subscribe to those groups. Share in multiple timelines. And Brad Bernstein, our attorney, who just did the hypocritical news, cynical news, and sadistic news, is ready to answer any and all U.S. immigration questions. 1-800-529-5465. And do remember, we've got SMG coming up, where you're going to be getting your social media questions. Well, the questions that you have placed on social media about immigration answered by our social media.
I like that. I like that. Maybe we should do that more. The cynical news, the hypocritical news, and sadistic news of the day.
It's interesting.
It's very interesting.
That's all I can say.
It's more fun than talking about the tax plans of Congress right now. All right. So, you want to go to Hope in Long Island?
Let's go to Hope.
Maybe she has some hope.
93.5 WVIP FM. We're on that too. And Hope.
Hi. Good afternoon. This is Hope.
Hi, Hope.
Hi, Hope.
How are you?
Good.
We have some hope here.
Okay, I'm a big fan of your show. I have a question, an immigration question.
Sure.
I'm a permanent resident, but I applied for my citizenship this month, the beginning of this month. However, I was sick in the hospital last year, and my daughter came up from Jamaica, and she was here assisting me. It takes a long time for me to recover, so she ended up waiting until I recover before I was able to go back to work, and by then she had overstayed. I have asked a couple persons, information on how best I could maybe file for her, and they're saying that she needs to go back to Jamaica and stay for 10 years because she had overstayed.
Well, if you file for her, she's entitled. I mean, you have years and years. She has years and years of waiting, but she's entitled to a provisional waiver at the end of the case. Where if you get the provisional waiver approved, she would go home for 2 weeks and come back. She wouldn't have a 10-year bar. So
she's for 21 though.
Yeah, I understand. But you have to file a provisional waiver before she leaves, so she can avoid the 10-year bar. Your real question really is what's the fastest way, or what's the best way to get my daughter a green card? Should I file for her? Are there other options? That would require a consultation, and then we can figure it out. So hold on 1 second, okay?
Yes.
All right, hold on. All right.
1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. Is our streams down?
No.
It was interrupted at the glitch. Now it's back up.
We have a glitch.
Have a glitch?
And we're now back up, apparently.
Okay. Just
up there we are. Back up.
I don't see it back up on mine.
I'm back up.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe.
Okay. All right. Well, folks, we may be having some technical difficulties out there.
The gremlins were interrupted again. The gremlins. You think it's Trump?
Yeah, he heard us.
You think he? He heard us talking about Melania.
About his wife.
I believe. I have no idea. If you had to pick, is it Zuckerberg or Trump that would interrupt our live feed? How dare they? Oh, we're back live again, I think. I'm not sure. Maybe, Joe, we're on the wrong network. Maybe you're streaming on the wrong network.
Yeah, not enough bandwidth, huh?
Yeah. No? All right.
Well, we have 93.5.
We're interrupted again.
All right,
well, we always have tried and true 93.5 FM.
Always proven.
Always proven.
As long as you cut the check.
Through thick or thin. Through thick or thin.
As long as you cut the check. You know? Yes. As long as the O'Shaughnessy's are happy.
As long as you hand them over the cheese.
Yes.
Right? You give them the cheese.
They don't play around with the cheese.
They don't play with the cheese.
No, they don't play with the cheese.
Oh, they love the cheese.
Oh, they love the cheese.
Both streams are down. We don't know why.
It happens at least once a week.
Happens once a week. Our crack staff pressed the wrong button.
What day is today?
Today is Tuesday. It's Gremlin Day.
No, it's Trouble Tuesdays.
It's Trouble Tuesdays.
Yeah. It's
Trouble Tuesdays.
Trouble Tuesdays. All right. All right. So anyway, let's get some calls on the radio at least. Let's proceed. 1-800-529-5465. We'll see what happens with our networks. All right.
Kim?
Let's go. Kim, how you doing?
Hi, my name is Kim.
How are you?
I came here July.
when I was pregnant, I came here to spend 2 weeks, and it ended up that I was feeling pain, and I go to the doctor. I was pregnant, and I get to go to the doctor. And I end up that they told me that I cannot travel again until after I have the baby. And I have the baby here. I wonder if it's going to affect my visa going home or coming back.
Yes, because they're going to think you came here to have your child. And you got a big problem. Come see me.
Yeah, very important that you come see Brad right now. So the number to call is 1-800-529-5465. But you hold the line, all right?
All right.
What don't mind people when they call, you can actually hold, all right, so that we can actually book an appointment for you to see one of the attorneys, inclusive of Brad Bernstein here. Once again, the number is 1-800-529-5465. Brad, I love the way you answer the questions quicker. All right, let's move to another call here at 93.5. And also, of course, if we're live on social media, so be it.
I don't know.
Okay, let's go to the lines.
Let's go to Desmond in the meantime. Desmond,
what's up?
Hello?
How are you?
What's up, Desmond? Thank you for listening to the Brad and Squeeze Show.
And it was such a strong start to the show, too.
Hey, everything is
such a strong start to the show.
What's up? It's strong on 93.5.
Yeah.
Desmond, what's up? What's your question?
Yeah, I hear a lot of talking, and I can't hear you. Anyway, what do you think? I should get an attorney?
I don't know. I always think you should get an attorney.
Yeah, that's what I call you about.
All right, hold on one second.
Hold on one second.
He just wanted to know, should he get an attorney?
All right.
I think yes.
All right,
I don't
absolutely.
know why, but
yes. Let's find out why you need an attorney. We can do that by putting you on hold and booking an appointment.
He just said he didn't want to. He really didn't want to hear any talk.
I'm not hearing the talk from us.
You know what? He's like, I'm hearing way too much talk from you. I just need to know if I need an attorney.
Those knuckleheads over there talk too much. All right, so I tell you what.
That was actually one of the funniest questions I ever heard in my life.
Yeah. Let's move to Patrick. He's from my area that I grew up in, the Bronx.
Yes.
Let's move to Patrick. Thank you so much for choosing us, man. How you doing?
Hey, good afternoon. How you doing?
Good afternoon.
Good. So I have a question. I have a friend who flew in from London, and she lives in London, but she has also a green card. But she don't stay in America long enough, so she lives mostly in London. So when she was coming through the airport, the immigration officer told her that she asked her, why don't you live in America? So she explained and gave them the reason why she don't. And the officer told her that you're going to need a lawyer. So I'd like to know if you turn in her green card, can she get a visa? Or what option does she have? Because the immigration told her that she's going to need a lawyer if she decides to come back here again.
Okay, so if she doesn't want to live in the United States and she's not living here permanently, what she should do is go to the U.S. Embassy where she lives and say, I'm really not living in the United States permanently anymore. I want to give up my green card, but I would like to come visit still. I don't want to have a problem. And 99.9%, all else remaining equal, they're going to give her a visitor's visa and take back her green card, and then she can just use the visitor's visa to visit when she chooses.
Okay, thank you. I think that was the good move, because she was thinking about that.
Yes,
so thank you very much.
She should do. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Once again, folks, the Brad and Squeeze Show. The number to call is 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Because we are on 93.5 and we're alive.
Yes. All right, so let's go to Wayne.
In Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Wayne in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Thanks for choosing us, the Brad and Squeeze Show.
Thank you for choosing us. It's the Brad and Squeeze Show, Wayne.
Good afternoon, Brad and Squeeze.
Good afternoon, Wayne.
Question.
Yes.
I was married for about 2 years. I've been separated for a year because there was infidelity in the marriage. My wife cheated and she got pregnant. Would it pose a problem if I was to remarry again so soon?
No. Happens.
Okay, because we were denied the first time we were processing the papers.
No, go get married again, and, they had questions. As long as there's no evidence that it was a business marriage,
as long as it's a bona fide.
As long as it was bona fide, you have some evidence it was bona fide. There's no record that it was a business marriage. You're allowed to fall in love, fall out of love, fall in love again. There are people who literally fall in love in 90 days and get married, and it's real. It's real emotion and real love. It happens, Squeeze.
It does happen.
Yes. People move in with each other right away.
There you go.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, not a problem. 1-800-529-5465. The phone lines are blazing right here. Thank you so much, 93.5 WVIP FM, for carrying us, of course, for years.
Yes.
And also want to say much respect to everybody also on our social media platforms, at David Squeeze Annakie, Brad H. Bernstein.
Are we going to go to social media check-in?
Absolutely. I think we should cut to social media check-in, then we kick it back.
We will not be going.
We will not. According
to
the voice in our head.
We will not be going to social media. We are not going to social media check-in.
Is that the voice in our head?
Yes, I heard something in my. It's like God just said, "Ooh, no social media check-in." Ooh, boo! I'm like, whoa.
Wow, I wonder why.
I don't know. Okay. All right, so let's
go to another call.
You want to go to another call?
Let's go to another call. 1-800-529-5465. I say we knock off calls.
Okay, Nadia.
Is it Nadia or Nadia?
Nadia.
What's your question for Brad H. Bernstein, the attorney?
I'm concerned, asking for a friend. She's living in Jamaica. She is married in Jamaica, and she's wondering if she has to divorce her husband. She's on a visitor's visa. If she has to divorce her husband to become a citizen or a green card holder, is there any way around the system?
Your question is, there's somebody here on a visitor's visa. Right. If I get divorced, could I get a green? Well, getting a divorce doesn't get you a green card. You're asking, can she marry somebody here to get a green card? That is one way. Maybe there's other ways too. I don't know. You know, your question is, how do I get a green card? All the questions of how do I get a green card require a consultation.
Yeah, because you got to ask quite a few questions.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And you're asking, are there other ways? Maybe yes, maybe no. That's why you have a consultation. Hold on.
So hold the line. And once again, just reminding people that this is a full-service law firm. 1-800-529-5465 happens to be the number. They're located in Manhattan, 225 Broadway, to be exact, on the 5th floor. And when I say full service, I mean personal injury, especially construction accidents, criminal defense, okay? We've got family law, we've got tax law, and obviously immigration. Hopefully we can get back up on, of course, David Squeeze Annakee's page and Jamrock Magazine and quite a few of the other affiliates.
All right. So welcome, everybody. What we'll do, we had some sort of technical glitch, a technical glitch.
Let's see how technical it is if it gets back up on my page.
I don't know.
You know,
I don't know the answer.
I would love to lambast someone.
So who do you think is
Last time this happened, rather than getting it up, they did a share.
Who do you think is responsible for this?
I haven't the foggiest idea.
If you had to take a guess and blame somebody,
I would not blame anyone.
I always
like working with the facts.
All right,
just the facts.
Just the facts. You will not pull a Trump and just start blaming people.
I will not pull a Brad. I mean a Trump and start blaming people.
You don't want to start tweeting anything out right now.
No, I would.
You don't want to blame SMG.
I don't want to start tweeting.
Muta Ali. You want to blame Muta Ali?
Yeah, or get into a confined office with yelling and screaming.
Maybe it's Eaton.
You know, with a mediator that is about twice our age.
Maybe Eaton?
Yeah, maybe. Eating? You want to eat?
I would like to eat. I have not eaten yet.
Okay, all right.
All right. 1-800-529-5465. All right, so what do we want to do now? We want to take some more calls. We want to go to...
Honestly?
Let's take some more. All right.
Honestly?
I'll tell you what. We're at the 30-minute mark. You want to do USA credit repair now?
Why not do it when the pages are not all up? Anyway, no, seriously. No, I think we should actually take some more calls until everything is fully up, and then.
All right, so let's do Dwayne and Clive.
Yeah.
And then what we'll do is we'll go to one of our man in the street segments.
That would be better, yeah.
And then we can.
If we get to it, we get to.
And then we'll get to social media hopefully at the end of the show. Dwayne.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Dwayne, got a question?
Yeah, I'm here.
What is your question, Dwayne?
Yeah, my mother is here. I filed for her. She's from Jamaica. She's here going about 3 years now. I paid for her package for her green card, and then you were there, and then they said she needs to pay again. I have the receipt, I have everything, so I wouldn't bother go through the process. I went and I paid again.
Wait a second. Did she enter the United States with an immigrant visa?
Yes.
All right. So basically, what you're saying is her green card was never mailed to her, and they're obviously the immigration service says we mailed it. Too bad you didn't get it, and so you got to pay for it again. You got to pay the filing fee again.
They didn't say. They didn't say we didn't mail it and we didn't get it. They just said, well, then she need to pay for it.
All right. Well, this is the law. I don't know what they told you.
What's the law, Brad?
Okay. If they mailed it and it was returned to immigration undeliverable, then you don't have to pay for it again. If it was mailed by immigration and immigration never received it back as undeliverable by the mailman, you got to pay for it again. That's the law. So unless immigration says they have the card and it was mailed undeliverable, you got to pay to manufacture it again.
No, well, I didn't finish. Well, they sent me text and said, well, then they were looking and even saying, so well, then they start to process it and tell me when we would get it. I pay for it again. I called.
Well, if you did it right, 12 weeks, 14 weeks. If I don't know what you're doing and what forms you're filling out, but if it's done properly, 12, 14 weeks. So hold on. Dwayne, let me tell you what I'm saying.
Listen to the attorney.
Okay? It's been 3.5 years. You haven't gotten your mom her green card yet, even though she's been entitled to it for 3.5 years. Obviously, something is amiss. And at some point...
Something is amiss.
So at some point, okay, when you're saying, when am I going to get it? Listen. I don't have the foggiest idea when you're going to get it because I don't know what you've been doing for the last 3.5 years.
Operative word of the day, foggiest.
All I know is that if it's done properly, it should be somewhere between 8 to 12 weeks. It should be mailed to you. If you haven't got it, let me finish. If you haven't got it in 8 to 12 weeks, I would suggest you come see us.
Yes, but what I'm saying, we did that again, and I called
Dwayne,
one second, I want to hear what he's saying. Let's hear what he's saying.
Let's hear what Dwayne is saying.
Yeah, let's hear.
Dwayne,
Go ahead, Dwayne.
We're trying to get our ratings up, man.
I called this morning again, and when I called this morning again, they give me a number to call somewhere else, and I called and they said the case is closed.
At what point do you think you're not getting the green card mailed to you without some help?
No, I know that. That's why I called now, just to because that's crazy.
Dwayne,
yeah.
Make an appointment to come see me. Hold on. All right, come on.
I was just
and his question was, when am I going to get it? He's not getting it. He needs to come see me.
And my point, and I wasn't being facetious.
No, you were not being facetious. You weren't being rude. You weren't being disrespectful.
I was not being rude. I was not being disrespectful.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I was trying to be helpful.
Correct.
I was trying to say, just hold the line, book an appointment, and come in and see you, Brad, or see one of the attorneys here at Spar Bernstein. And yes, I'm on my phone because I am trying to tell them to get it up on my page.
You're trying to tell them to get it up?
On my page.
On your page?
Yes.
Get it up?
On David Squeezanike's page.
On David Squeezanike's.
Yes. So they are figuring it out.
Page.
Yes. Page.
Figuring out how to get it up.
Yes, definitely.
On David Squeezanike's page.
Yes. Let's get some more calls.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
You keep turning on and off the glasses. Do you need it to read? You can't read without them, or you can't see distance?
I'm getting old.
Why don't you get the laser?
Because the laser doesn't work for reading.
Yes, it does.
It does not. Well, you know what? Let me take that back. Yeah. It works, but then it screws up your distance.
Correct.
So which one would I rather have?
I think you'd rather read than be able to see distance.
So I should screw up being able to see far, just so that I can read it without glasses.
Correct.
That's a personal decision that you can make when you get to that level, all right?
Correct.
I would rather put on the glasses.
I like to be able to see close up. Distance, I'll take my glasses.
Yeah, I like to see far.
You like to see far?
Very far.
Very far the distance. So you know how to navigate
No. I like to know what's coming.
You like to see what's coming?
Yes.
Right. But when it's right smack in your face, you have no idea because you can't see.
Yeah, it's just blurry.
You can't see what's coming when it's smack in your face. All right. Let's go to Clive, and then we're going to go to our man in the street. Clive.
Don Lemon.
Brad?
Yes, Clive.
Clive, what's up, man?
How are you?
How are you?
A quick question. My brother, he's a citizen, and he's filing for his wife and 2 kids. Now, the question is, the paper that you put in, is it what, the Form 485?
No.
The 130?
You would just file an I-130. If he's filing for his brother and kids, you just file an I-130 visa petition, nothing else. You're going to wait a decade, and then we'll figure out what will happen.
They are here. They are here. They are in the United States.
Has your brother filed for them in the past?
No.
All right, so you're going to file an I-130 visa petition. We're going to wait over a decade and then figure out what to do because there's a long waiting list. Just filing an I-130 right now. It may not be the fastest way. It certainly may not be the most optimal way. But if you're asking me how does a brother file, a brother files by starting an I-130 and then waiting over a decade, even if the kids are here in the United States.
Oh, no, even if he's a citizen?
If he's not a citizen, you can't file. This is
no, he's a citizen. He's a citizen, and his wife is here, and he wants to file for her, but he wants to know the paper to adjust her status.
Ah, I was about? Okay.
Says the attorney.
Ah.
Says the dentist.
Ah.
Says the attorney.
Yes. I thought you were filing for a brother. What you're saying is your brother wants to file for his wife and 2 kids.
Wife and children.
I
yes.
understand. How old are the children? I misunderstood. I misunderstood. Well, how old are the children?
One is 14 and the other is 19.
When did the marriage happen?
2 years ago.
Okay, good. So we're going to file an I-45 and I-130 for the wife, a separate I-45 and I-130 for each child. You can file for the 19-year-old because the marriage happened before the kid was 18, because it happened more than 2 years ago. But you're going to file a separate adjustment for each as long as they've been in the United States for more than 90 days. If you file before 90 days, you got a problem. Make sure you file after 90 days after their entry.
Okay.
Hold on one second. We can help. Hold on.
All right. Once again, folks, this is the Brad and Squeeze Show. Sorry about the interruptions earlier on the social media platforms. And we are still live on 93.5 WVIP. And I do believe that we are live on
Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein.
At least.
Are we live on David Squeeze Annakie?
Yeah.
We are. Very good.
We are live.
All right. We are live and back. So sorry, everybody, for the interruption. This is the Brad and Squeeze Show. We are live on 93.5 FM. We're live on Facebook at Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein. We're live on David Squeeze Annakie, USA Credit Repair, Link Up Media, Jamrock Magazine. We're going to go to our man in the street now.
You know what?
Citizenship.
I want to take 15 seconds to ask a question.
What?
I'm going to start some trouble right now.
What is the trouble?
Everybody out there that's watching us on social media and checking us out on 93.5, wouldn't it be nice if we had a show that started around, let's say, 6 o'clock in the evenings?
We do. It's called the tape. It's called the tape.
You know, a live show.
Oh my God!
If you
all.
agree with Squeeze that we should do the show live at 6 o'clock in the evening,
you're gonna kill us.
Comment on the social media pages at David Squeeze Annakie, Law Office of Spar Bernstein, Brad H. Bernstein, YouTube Spar Bernstein.
You know I'm really angry at you.
Inquiring minds just wants to know.
You know I'm really
It's only a question.
You know I'm angry at you.
Hypothetically.
You know I'm angry at you now.
Yeah, of course you are.
Okay.
Not to get back.
All right. So let's go. Man in the street. Citizenship questions. Let's watch this.
This is Kim Moore from the Brad and Squeeze Show, and today we are asking New Yorkers questions from the U.S. citizenship test. Let's see if they can pass it. What is the supreme law of the land?
What is the supreme law of the land? Like there's just a one big thing that's like the supreme law? Like the supreme being?
Jeez, what is the supreme law of the land? Freedom of speech, I guess.
The supreme law of the land, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Equal rights. You got me. I'm feeling really stupid.
The supreme law of the land is the Constitution. In other words, all the laws derive from the Constitution.
How many amendments does the Constitution have?
50? I don't know that one. No, I have no idea. I'm sorry.
21, 20, I don't know, 15? I have no idea. How many is there?
There are only 27 amendments to the Constitution. It's usually a pretty big deal, and we pretty much remember all of them.
What are the first 10 amendments of the Constitution called?
Declaration of Independence?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
The first 10 amendments of the Constitution, I have no clue.
The first 10 amendments of the Constitution are called the Bill of Rights: freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of religion, the right to bear arms.
The idea of self-government is summarized in 3 words in the Constitution. What are those 3 words in the Constitution?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
If you don't know, the 3 words are "we the people."
How many justices are there on the Supreme Court? 3. 3 justices? I don't know.
10?
I'm not too sure how many justices are in the Supreme Court.
You want to take a guess?
25.
There are 9 justices on the Supreme Court.
Not 16, not 2, not 3, 9 Supreme Court justices.
What does the judicial branch do?
I'm sorry, what is that?
The judicial branch?
Do they levy the taxes?
The judicial branch makes judgments or legal decisions on, I guess, I don't know if it's local or state.
The judicial branch reviews laws.
Interpret the laws, make the laws, and resolve the issues.
When there's a case that's in front of a judge, the judge will identify the particular laws that control that case.
So when a case comes before a court, it is the court's job to resolve the issue, make a decision.
What is the economic system of the United States?
Can you further explain that question?
Yeah, like how...
I don't know.
I'm gonna lean toward communism.
Certainly not communists.
Communism is actually not even an economic system. That's kind of a political system, a governing system.
The economic system in the United States is the market economy. That means that we are capitalists.
What is one power of the federal government?
That's a good question.
The federal government makes decisions on taxes. No?
I don't know. I'm afraid I don't know. I don't know either.
One federal power is to print money. Only the federal government can do that, so that as a country we have one monetary system. The interviewer will have a list of 10 questions. Only 6 of 10 need to be answered correctly. So you get the first 6 right, and that's it. That's all the officer wants to know.
Prior successful results do not guarantee similar outcome. I think we could actually run this for the whole hour.
The whole time, just man in the street.
We should test it one day. We should just run.
When we go on vacation,
man in the streets.
When we go
the
on
whole hour.
No. What we do when we go on vacation, when we go on vacation, we're going to run. We.
Why would we go on vacation?
Me and
together?
you are going on vacation together. Yes. Yes.
You know that's going to be.
We will go to a vacation resort.
That's a battle that we need to fight early.
Yes.
Because you think when you go on vacation, because you're the attorney, I should automatically go on vacation.
Yes. When I go on vacation,
where's the emojis?
We will be running the best
throw
stuff.
one up on the screen right now.
We'll find best of stuff. We'll run.
All right.
All right. So let's go to USA Credit Repair.
They're
they're our sponsors, and they're going to sponsor the segment that we will go into right after the social media rapid fire check-in.
Let's just cut to Kim Moore, our social media.
No, we have to talk about USA Credit.
We are doing it. Okay. Work with me here.
Okay, fine.
Come on, Brady. Work with me here.
Okay.
All right. All right. All right. Maybe I should call him an elf. Yeah. Hello there, Kim. How are you?
Hello, I'm doing well. How are you guys?
You look a little frazzled.
Am I stressed? Do I look stressed?
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little stressed.
You were not working on getting the streams back up. Not at all.
No, definitely not. I was sitting here twirling my thumbs.
No, you weren't. By the way, folks, this is Kim Moore, and of course she's going to be reading off the questions to Brad Bernstein, who is going to be answering the questions very quickly. And of course, it's called a rapid fire segment right here. And she's got questions lined up. But we just want to remind her that this is proudly sponsored by USA Credit Repair. What is USA Credit Repair, Kim?
They fix your disgusting, ugly credit to give you beautiful credit.
Just because you say that, I'm going to let the next 50 people get their credit repaired absolutely free. All they're paying is just the administrative fee of $99, but we're going to work on their credit for, 90 days? Is that good enough for you?
I thought they have to know the citizenship test. We forgot about that?
No, we're switching things up. What?
Okay.
Do you see the same date every day? Let's go to Kim.
I have my cards here with the news.
Yep. Okay.
The news of the day. In the exciting news of the day, USA Credit Repair will be repairing your credit for $99.99.
1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. I'm proud to see the numbers stay the same. 1-800-872-7177. I can fix a little problem that you have, Kim.
What's that?
Your boss, he needs to install like a Verizon, independent Verizon network back there, because that blip that you're getting is the network that you're currently on. And, it's been happening ever since you've been doing it from that room.
Good to know.
Just thought I'd fix that
Good
technical issue.
To know.
So it's not your fault sometimes when we can't hear you.
It's
the network.
Know.
It throttles. But let's get to our question.
I gotcha.
Rapid fire.
Our first question from multiple viewers is, can we go an extra 30 minutes since we had a technical issue?
No, we cannot, because I am due at the United Nations at 2 o'clock for for some other program that I have to
And
do.
I'm due back at Link Up Media across the street at 222 Broadway.
So I am not able to, unfortunately.
So I'm not able to, unfortunately. I got to speak with everyone at Link Up Media. USA
across the
Credit
street.
Yeah, across the street.
Right. And while Squeeze is talking to people at 222 Broadway, I will be at the United Nations.
That's a completely fair
This is the
excuse.
second time he has been to the United Nations in the past 3 months.
Correct. Next question. Next question.
Kool-Aid on YouTube wants to know if you're here illegally and your sister filed your I-130, why can't you get your green card?
I don't know, but I will ask at the United Nations at 2 o'clock. No, I'm only kidding. Because if you're here illegally, what the law says is that in order for you to get your green card in the United States, you ask, there's no logical reason other than that's the law. Congress, in their infinite wisdom, whether you think it's wisdom or not wisdom, says that if you overstayed your time, unless you are 245I or unless you fall into certain categories of people, such as people who are married to U.S. citizens, children under 21 of U.S. citizens, parents of U.S. citizens, people who are on U visas, which is crime victims, VAWA, Violence Against Women's Act, maybe some other ones that I forgot off the top of my head. But there's limited people who overstay their time that could always adjust their status. Everybody else got to go home. On the list of people who got to go home, brothers and sisters. You have a 10-year bar unless you can do a provisional waiver.
By the way, I just realized that they just shared the page. They just shared it. They didn't even go. They just shared it. Forget it. Let's just get to the next question.
Squeeze is angry. He's from the South Pole. You ever see a Jamaican from the South Pole? This guy, you put on a green hat, and this guy is the elf from the South Pole.
I'm pissed off.
He's angry. He's angry. He is from this morning. I swear to God, he was from the North Pole. Nicest, sweetest guy. If I didn't know him any better, I would say he was almost cuddly. But now he's from the South Pole. Very angry. Very angry.
He's
angry
start
man.
and end the show angry.
He started angry and he's ending angry.
Let's just go to
all right. Let's go to the next question.
China on Facebook would like to know.
China. Isn't that what Donald Trump says? China. Squeeze is not even paying attention right now. All right. Let's just do the Brad Son Squeeze show for the last 10 minutes, please.
There we go.
Yeah.
I've got China on Facebook. I've submitted my paperwork for citizenship. I did my biometrics in July of this year. Now I'm still waiting. Is this normal? And if not, what can I do?
Did you get your work? Is China asking about a work permit or a green card?
She's got her paperwork for her citizenship.
Her paperwork for her citizenship. It is not normal, except the now not normal is now normal in the times of the guy who says China because he's delaying everything, including citizenship. Everything is backed up. It should be 6 months. It's taking 9-10 months now.
Shine would like to know, I came up on a conditional green card and filed to remove the conditions, did the biometric in May of this year, but I haven't heard anything back since. But now I want to know, when can I start to file for this citizenship? And I have a 15-year-old child. Will they automatically become a citizen?
If your child's a green card holder, they will automatically become a citizen if the child's living with you in your full custody before the 18th birthday and you become a citizen before the 18th birthday. As far as when can you file for your citizenship, generally you got to remove the conditions of your permanent residence. However, if you want to, after 2 years, 9 months, 3 days from the time that you received your conditional green card, if you still don't have a decision from immigration, you are eligible to file for your citizenship. And at your citizenship interview, they will conduct 2 interviews simultaneously. One to remove the conditions of your permanent residence, and then if you pass that, a second one to do your citizenship.
Okay.
All right. Squeeze, are you joining us, sir?
Yes.
Squeeze is angry texting right now.
No,
he is angry texting.
Let me just shut up.
Angry texting.
And back to the normal Squeeze.
And now back. Oh, he just made it back to the North Pole.
And they still haven't corrected it. But hey,
still have not corrected it.
No, it's okay. But anyway, Kim, how are you? Okay, let's get to the next question. Rapid fire. Yeah.
Okay. The best ally wants to know, my husband lives in a shared apartment. We do not have a lease together. Could we do an affidavit of...
Nothing.
Say it again. Maybe we will resolve this at the end of the show and not during the show.
I sound like Brad, right? This is something that Brad would do. Right?
Why don't we resolve it? There's nothing I sound like Brad. Explain something to you.
I'm freaking Brad today.
Kim, let me give you some advice that a sage once told me. A sage by the name of David Annakie. He said, Brad.
You know that's my daughter's name.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, he said to me, Brad, don't get yourself worried over stuff you can't control. He says that to me all the time. So here he is, worrying about stuff he can't control. Now let me give you some of my sage advice.
Yes, what's your sage's advice?
Listen to your own advice. Don't worry about stuff you can't control.
Thank you.
Finish the show, put a smile on, and we'll figure it out after. All right, what is your question? What is your question?
I feel like my people are working for your people.
Yes.
There's something I don't know here. All right,
what is your question?
The best ally on Facebook wants to know, my husband lives in a shared apartment and we don't have a lease together. Can we do an affidavit of residence and get it notarized along with a utility bill in our name to send with the paperwork to USCIS?
You don't have to send it to the immigration. That's stuff you bring to the interview. But whoever you pay your rent to can just sign a letter. There's somebody you're paying your rent to. Mm-hmm. So whoever you're paying your rent to is your landlord. And they can sign a letter saying, Jane and Sam, because we always like Sam. Okay, Jane and Sam live here and they pay $300 a month, and that's all I know. And that's fine. Okay? Don't have to go through a whole rigmarole of affidavits and stuff.
Okay.
But you should have other documents to establish you're living together. So yes, credit card bills, bank statements, taxes, that should also be in your shared name at that marital address.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Darshani on Facebook would like to know, I've filed for my brothers and sisters in 2000, but their case was denied. Can I reopen their case now? What's the best that I could do?
Why? It depends why the case was denied and at what stage it was denied at. Was the I-130 approved? If the I-130 was approved, you can refile a new I-130 and request the old priority date. If the I-130 was not approved, then you're SOL, which does not mean statute of limitations.
Oh, I thought it meant statute of limitations.
Right, or perhaps,
TIHS?
What?
TIHS, out of luck.
Uh-huh. I'm trying to learn all these acronyms. You know what? The Urban Dictionary now on Google is it's in my favorites now, because every time I'm texting people, they always give me acronyms. Even I was in the production room the other day, and I forgot what I asked. And I go, what does this mean? And everyone goes, I don't know. And I mean, people are now making up their own acronyms.
I know one that's going to get used a lot after this show. What? GFY.
What? GFY.
G.
Go.
Yep. There it is.
Go. Fugazi you. Go Fugazi you. All right. Social media check-in. Rapid fire. Let's go. We got to finish this up. We got about 3 minutes. Let's go. It's one of those crazy shows. Yeah.
Pauline on Facebook wants to know, what's a K3 visa?
That is a visa to come to the United States while you're waiting. You're already married and you want to enter the United States to wait for your green card here rather than wait in your home country.
There's a question that someone wanted to know. I don't know if this is true. Is the consultation fee, the calling consultation fee, different from in-person consultation?
It is a little more expensive.
Okay. All right. No problem.
Alana on Facebook wants to know, can a person on a visitor's visa apply for change of status through a family member?
Can a person on a visitor's visa apply for change of status for their family member?
No, through a family member. So I'm assuming another family member that lives here would be.
Well, you're talking about adjustment of status unless it's a spouse or unless it is your child under the age of 21 who's a U.S. citizen. You're not going to be able to adjust your status while on a visitor's visa without overstaying. Or if you're talking about a change of status to a student or something else, some other non-immigrant visa, that has nothing to do with your family member applying for you. It's you applying. Perhaps you may need an affidavit of support from somebody, but it's your application.
Okay. Okay. All right. Kim, as usual, you have been wonderful. Can we get another question? You are the best SMG I have ever seen.
And some of the SMGs...
And I've had SMGs in my family.
And by the way, some of the SMGs were related to him.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
All right, boy, I hope that family member... I hope that family member of yours is not watching it this moment.
I hope not.
He's going to send him to a psychiatrist. My father said I wasn't the best.
I'm going to get angry texts in the middle of the night.
My father's a terrible father. I thought I was the best.
He's going to have to get therapy sessions for the rest of his life.
Exactly.
I'm doing therapy for the rest of my life.
All right. Yeah, our first SMG ever when we started this was David's son, for those who... Squeeze's son, for those who don't know.
Yeah, he had a lot to do with initiating some of this.
Yes,
so.
he did. He did.
Yeah.
He did.
He said he brought your page up by 30,000 fans. Is that true?
That's not a true. But thank you very much, first SMG.
10,000?
Thank you very much, first SMG. Thank you. All right.
If he's watching this, he's going to be calling you.
Let's do one last one before we get out of here.
Okay, Javel on Facebook wants to know, a friend of mine is in New York, still in status, and wants to apply for university. Can she apply to school, or does she have to visit us first?
She's in the United States, can she apply to, go apply to a school, get an I-20, then come see us.
Okay.
All right, we got to get out of here, Squeeze. It's the end of the hour.
Yeah. Ethan says, by the way, we have a few seconds, he says, tell him, because I'm screaming expletives, he said, tell him next time the stream goes down for whatever reason, don't go up without waiting for us.
Well, we can't wait. He's got to be there. All right. We're out of here. We'll see you tomorrow.
The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465.